Leone, you are the owner of the Passfield House and former clerk of the Illinois House. You're here at this collection of, I guess it would be called political paraphernalia. It's buttons, posters, What's the attraction for people coming here, and how long have you been a collector of items?
Well, it's political items collectors, and I guess I've got my full political geek on today. This is wonderful. I'm meeting wonderful people. I gathered a whole large collection of stuff I had rat-holed over the years and showed it at UIS. They called it Harvest History, and it's even on their website. And this group reached out to me because they must have saw it and invited me to come. And I had no idea there was such a community here. I'm running into even former state legislators, old friends. They've bought buttons from me. I'm really here to sell instead of collect, though if I find some Lincoln stuff, I may pass on the money that I'm raising here from my button collection. Most of mine are Republican, but I have a mix. And over the years, I can recall friends giving me their button collections because they didn't want to hang out with them anymore. But I've been the benefactor of those too.
And one of the things that you had shown me just earlier, that you have actually some like campaign buttons or pennies from Abraham Lincoln's 1860 and 1864 campaigns.
They're fantastic. They're copper. They're the size of a penny. And what gentlemen would do is they'd have these molded copper coins. One was a duratype of Lincoln and Hamlin, his first running mate, and the other is full copper of Lincoln and Johnson. There's a pinhole in the top, and gentlemen would wear them off their pocket watch chains. And that's how you knew these distinguished gentlemen were for Lincoln or not.
I would imagine those buttons are fairly rare. Where would you find something like that?
Well, I picked them up at a Republican National Convention years ago, and I can't even remember what I paid for them. I've been offered several $100s for each of them while I'm here, but they're keepsakes. I'm not going to offer them for any price.
Aside from those, are there other things that you have that are particularly of interest?
Well, somebody just bought my Tony Leone for county clerk button, which broke my heart. I hope I have another one, but I don't know. And then when George Ryan was running as speaker, you mentioned that I was clerk of the House. It was really cute. I was just a young pup. And George wore a button that said, "Elect Leone House Clerk," and then I wore a button that said, "Elect Ryan Speaker," and that was very cherished. I know I've got extras of those, thank God.
There's obviously a lot of passion in politics, and for those who have spent time in careers in politics or have worked in campaigns, I guess the thing is, on one hand, probably to see these buttons captures a period of time when we were passionate about John F. Kennedy or Eisenhower or whoever it might be, right?
I was in politics on a full-time basis. I held some political positions that were administrative, but I also had a company called Campaign Reporting Systems. We did the books for Governor Ryan, did them for Governor Edgar. I was the assistant treasurer of the Republican Party of Illinois and did their books. I had a software system we developed that legislators all up and down the aisle were using them to manage their campaign financing records. So I was in it real big time. I think the first Republican National Convention was Dallas. No, it was Detroit. And then the last one was Philadelphia, and I don't have it here today, but I'm going to bring it tomorrow. I was given the standard. You know how those standards sit at the convention? They're really cool. They're kind of triangular, and it's signed by the whole delegation. I'm hoping somebody will really find that wonderful.
Well, thanks for joining.
Okay.
You're watching the Illinois Channel. an independent nonprofit corporation formed to provide gavel-to-gavel coverage of Illinois state government and other public affairs events taking place across Illinois.